Good morning, YouTube land. I'm Eddie and this is my channel Windy Therapy. This is where I share my motorcycle riding, camping and outdoor adventures. So if you're new here, welcome, and if you're not, thanks very much for coming back. I really appreciate you guys' time and support. So today's a beautiful day in my hometown called Kelowna in British Columbia in the west coast of Canada. So let's enjoy this beautiful day and let's talk about the Lexin FT-4 Pro that I have been using for about 4 months. I believe that after 4 months I have enough information to give you guys a unbiased and honest feedback to allow you to decide if this system is the best one for you or not. So without further ado, let's give her. So before I start talking about this FT-4 Pro Bluetooth communicator, I need to highlight that I bought this one with my own money. Wasn't really a freebie, nor this video is being sponsored by Lexin or anyone else. So I feel completely free to give you guys an honest and unbiased opinion without being worried about really pissing off Lexin or anyone else. I have to confess that before buying this unit, I did watch several videos on YouTube from other motor vloggers, and I have to confess that I was pretty disappointed, because when you watch those videos, and those videos I have to highlight that those guys are basically professional vloggers, hence they receive products to be tested, and the information that I saw in at least 4 different videos was the fact that this Lexin FT-4 is excellent, the sound is crystal clear, is the best thing since sliced bread, that there was nothing better in the market. So anyways, all the reviews were glorious. All the reviews were excellent, and I have to disagree. I'm gonna highlight the top 3 positive points and the 3 negative points that I find with this system, and then you guys can make a decision based on real experience in an unbiased video. So the number 1 positive point has to be the battery life. It is pretty amazing that this system can basically work or run for 4-5 weeks without any recharge. I was expecting to be more or less like a cell phone that you have to charge every night or every second night, but it is really amazing that now you can go weeks without recharging. I do use the system every day, so I use this motorcycle not only for pleasure but also to do groceries, to take my kids to different places. So I ride a lot, and the system is always on, listening music and being on standby to get phone calls if needed. So the number 1 has to be the battery life, and the fact that I can use it for weeks and weeks without recharging, it is absolutely amazing. So the battery life is awesome. The second point it has to be the design. Now, Lexin did a very great job designing a unit that looks nice and is friendly to use. The unit has only a jog dial that you can roll forward and backwards, and then an A and B buttons. It's a little bit tricky to get used to understand and memorize all the functions you have to do only with 3 buttons, but nevertheless it's very nice. The unit has a nice touch of having a headlamp or a flashlight that can become very handy at night. If you're parking, if you drop your keys, if you need to see something, instead of using your cell phone, you can use the Lexin FT-4 as a headlamp or a flashlight. So that was a nice touch. Third point is truly the price. What I paid for 2 units, I ended up buying the dual pack, and the price I pay for 2 units is the same price you normally pay for a Cardo or a Sena system. So it's half than others, but I don't believe the quality necessarily is half. So those are really the 3 points. 1, the battery life. 2, the design and functions. I think was well designed and made. And 3rd, the price. So now let's go over the 3 negative points, or perhaps the points that I didn't like as much. First one has to be the speakers. I understand the Lexin upgraded the speaker size on the FT-4 Pro, but I personally believe that the sound, mainly for music, is too trebly, if that word actually does exist. The treble is too intense. So if you're trying to increase the volume, or if the speed is in the high side, all you can hear is that snake sound of and you can't understand bugger all. So I wish the speakers were better. They're not an issue in the city. If I'm driving like so that I'm doing right now, yes, I can listen to my music, I can talk on the phone without any issues. People can understand me, I can understand them. So in the city environment, it's not too bad. Which leads us to the second negative point: highway speeds. My experience is that when you are riding more than 65 miles per hour or 100 kilometers per hour, it becomes very difficult to listen to your music or answer a phone. A few days ago I was riding and I was going about 110 kilometers an hour, and I have to confess that I couldn't understand the second person, and I'm sure he couldn't understand me either. So I had to slow down, pull over, and call that person back, which honestly is a little let down. In my case, 95% of my riding is a city driving like this. This motorcycle is my commuter. So 95% of the time, that point doesn't matter to me. But it's truly a letdown, mainly if you are planning to be traveling several times a year, if you're always riding to work or for pleasure in an interstate or in a highway. So then perhaps you should research the most expensive units. Now, I have to believe that if you pay double, the quality of the sound better be good. So, and here's a question for you guys before I go to the third point. Do you know if I can upgrade the speakers? No, I do know that Cardo has a JBL microphone and speaker set. I wonder if I can use that on my Lexin, because if I can upgrade the speakers, all those negative points will go away. So please let me know in the comments area down below if the JBL speaker and microphone combo that's being used in the Cardo is standard and if I can use on my Lexin, I would really appreciate if you can help me out. So let's go to the third point, and that one just happened a few days ago. I decided to remove the unit from the cradle to clean and to recharge, and when I decided to put it back, I ended up breaking the top tab of the cradle. It just snapped. But I did approach the dealer where I bought this unit from, and she said she's sending another cradle, but she asked me to be extremely careful when I'm putting the unit in and out of the cradle, because otherwise it will break the tab, which honestly, as an engineer, I see that as a problem. If you have something that you have to be careful putting in and out because something may break, for me indicates a design issue. So right now I'm not removing the unit from the cradle at all. I just charge with the unit into the cradle to avoid breaking the cradle once again. So there you have it, my friends. Those are the 3 positive and the 3 negative points about the Lexin FT-4 Pro. Once again, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, if you liked it, I would appreciate if you can give me the famous thumbs up down below. And if you haven't subscribed and you're inclined to do so, please do, as it will help me and my channel to grow and keep me motivated to keep releasing videos as often as I can. So that's it, my friends. As always, be good, be safe, and let's keep the rubber side down. Ciao.